home, di ba? Tapos yung isa is yung pamilya po kayo, yung self-services. Kung makikita nyo po, from an affordability standpoint, lalabas po yung study namin by end of the year. And this is an ITU study, International Telecoms Union. Yung presyo po ng fiber optic to the home, halos na nalahati kumpara dun sa mga nakaraang panahon. Bakit po? Kasi madalas sila nagbibigay ng discount. At saka mainting yung competition ba? Ngayon, kung matatanong nyo yung self-service, bumaba ng konti. Pero tingin ko mas bababa pa ng malaki yan. Pagka naging kapareho yan doon sa fiber na mas marami nagko-compete. Kasi sa fiber, mas marami nagko-compete, di ba? So yun yung adikain ng Konektadong Pinoy. Available, affordable. Tapos may pangatlo pa kayong karapatan. Karapatan nyo na kapag nagreklamo kayo, sasagutin kayo ng mabilis. Whether billing or service issue. Yan yung sinasabi ni Dennis na dapat strong regulation. Pagka lumabas po yung batas na yan, mamandato natin yan. Third, and importante, kasi dumaan po tayo sa mga baha recently, kapag ka may disaster, lindol, baha, o kung ano man yan, dapat available yung service. Gusto mo naman pasalamatan yung mga telco noong pong nakaraang bumagyo at bumaha. Kahit na walang kuryente, available naman yung telecom services kasi marami silang mga genset So yun yung mga karapatan, yun yung mga kailangan nating tutukan. Ngayon, as Dennis has mentioned, we will work closely with the private sector, lalo na po sa mga telco. Alam niyo po, galing din ako sa telco industry. So alam po naman yung problema ng bansa natin. Archipelago siya, 7,600 island. Yung cost to implement at saka cost of service mataas talaga. Kaya tinatrabaho po natin yan na bumaba yung cost of service. At saka yung kapital, hindi biro yung kapital na pinapasok nila. So kanina, in-announce ko doon sa isang event, yung mga tower companies. Pag nag-create sila ng tower, ang investment malaki, tapos yung tower, 25 to 50 years na nakatayo, pero isipin mo, ang license to operate nila 5 years lang. Saan ka naman nakakita nun? Thank you, boss. Saan ka naman nakakita nun? Nag-invest ka sa isang infrastructure na tatagal ng 25 to 50 years, tapos 5 years lang yung license to operate mo. So kami, maglalabas kami this week ng department order na dapat pag nag-renew sila at least 15 years. And yan din po mandato ng presidente na kailangan gawing investment friendly yung mga proseso natin. So doon sa usapin po ng Konektadong Pinoy, may mga iba-ibang opinion yung telco at saka gobyerno, pero at the end of the day, sabi nga ni Boss Dennis, kapag napirmahan ni Presidente yan, suportado yan. Kasi mahirap naman di ba? Yung Senado at saka Kongreso nagka-agree on a law, tapos pinirmahan ng executive, implementation na. And again, para po sa taong bayan yan.
Sir, siguro follow up na lang yung claim that this law is discriminatory for telcos, in particular to the open access provision. Yung law daw will supposedly allow incoming telco players to basically harness the existing network towers of telco players.
Alam mo, may isang magandang article si dating Finance Secretary Tevez. In-explain niya yung constitutionality ng batas. Tapos meron din si I think si Mr. Alampay, di ba, nagsulat din. Iaano ko na lang yan. I will leave it up to the legal professionals. Kasi nahati yung usapan kung depende kung sino yung kausap mo, di ba? Sa akin, simple lang Beyond the legal side, ano ba yung intention ng Konektadong Pinoy? Ang intention niya is, lumaki ba yung yung customer base? Kasi pag na-connect mo yung remaining 30% ng Pilipinas, ay di lalaki yung customer base mo. Tapos, kapag yung facilities na share ng maayos, na fair, na walang ma-disadvantage, di tataas yung utilization ng asset, di ba? So titignan ko na lang on that aspect, yung pababayaan ko yung mga abogado to figure it out. Pero marami-rami rin naman mga nagsasabi ng mga abogado na, at saka alam mo, Kongreso yan, saka Senado eh. Pwede pa naman sila magpasa ng batas na feeling nila magkakaroon ng legal problem. Tingin ko, inaral nilang mabuti yan.
Sir, final question lang regarding yung 15 years sa tower. Will this be part of the Konektado Pinoy or separate?
Hindi naman, hindi. Ano lang yun, oo. So, hindi, iba yan. Yan, with or without the Konektadong Pinoy, marami kaming ginagawa tulad ngayon, meron kaming cooperation ng Converge on preventing cyber scam. May mga bagay-bagay naman kaming ginagawa bago pa yung KP. Pag dumating yung KP, magtutulungan din uli kami. Wala naman nagbago dun sa relationship ng industry and government.
Okay.
Just add on with the Secretary Henry mentioned about this infrastructure. Example, if you have a 3 telco, tatlong tower yan tatayuin mo. All of these 3 telco need to collect the revenue from consumer. If you imagine capex mo 3 times, 3 times na babawiin yan longest time. If you put common, and the capex will come lower, and then we become cheaper to the consumer. Return of investment, that's normal in business, right? But if we put more infrastructure, and ikaw na gumagamit, hindi mo sinashare, the return of the investment become longer and longer. That's common sense. We have the international gateway, kanya-kanyang build. If you share our international, in the event of resiliency, who going to protect? Protect the consumer. In case the outage yung isa, lahat ng switches, walang apektado sa consumer. So all this need to share. But with the agreement of between parties, right? If you use me, I use you, we just offset na lang. Para at least, we have redundancy, end of the day, efficiency, usage of the capex, end of the day, is beneficial to the consumer.
Bababa presyo.
Bababa presyo, and beneficial, and efficiency. Yeah.
Hi sir, good afternoon. I'm Justine Padilla from Business World. First, Sir Aguda, can you tell us about the timeline for the 4th and 5th phases of the National Fiber Backbone?
Magandang tanong yan. So, yung phase 1, 2, 3, inaugurate ni Presidente nung last month sa Tacloban. And that is almost 2 years ahead of schedule. So, ang order naman sa amin ni Presidente, since nakabit natin ng Visayas at saka Luzon, tapusin naman ang Mindanao. So, yung Mindanao, nag-kick off na kami noong last month ng phase 4 and 5, kasama po World Bank. And then, kasama rin natin ang Converge dyan. So, pagtutulungan po natin ng Converge yan, na matapos yan bago yung next zona. Di ba po? Kaya yan. So, bago yung next zona next year, tapos na dapat yung phase 4 and 5. So, which means, connected na po yung Luzon, Visayas, tas Mindanao.
And sir, for Sir Dennis po, ask ko lang po sana yung status ng target for your 2 data centers.
The Caloocan, we are installing the application right now. October, we'll going to launch that one. The Angeles, the biggest one, by November is running. So this year. In fact, the Converge have pulled almost 25 billion capex to able to have up to submarine cable. One called Bifrost going to US. One is Inter-Asia, Philippines, Hong Kong, Singapore. This is independent gateway open up. And this is open to share to any telco. And that the data center itself is for computing. Caloocan is running now. The one in Angeles will be up. All this year, this is digital infrastructure to serve the Filipino by end of the year, total finish.
And sir, are there plans to to add more capacities next year po?
It's demand rise, automatic, you need to build more. So we are planning to put besides Mindanao also. Because when you have a computing power to short distance, that's the best solution for the consumer and the enterprise also.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Sir Dennis. I'm Bernie of Logistics News PH. So you mentioned earlier about strong regulatory framework, and you're tying this up with the IRR of the Konektadong Pinoy. What are the provisions you're looking at to tighten, whatever concerns raised by the telcos?
Standardization, importante yan, is protect consumer protection. But once that they offer the product to consumer, it should be standard. Mamaya, pops yan. Pero, mamaya patay sindi yan. Mamaya, wala man siyang proper capability. Saan-saan pinutol yung tablet, ninakaw lang yan, tapos linagay ka sa lugar, nagbenta na naman sila sa inyo. So, all this should be regulated. Hindi siya sa regulations. Capitalization, make sure manpower can equip to serve our consumer. All of this should be consumer protection. Hindi yung today, nandiyan bukas, hindi mo na makita. Nabibiktim yung ating consumer.
Walang
Right?
fly-by-night.
Yeah, and second, our cybersecurity is so important. So make sure all the operator to have capability to protect our consumer. So yung network niya to make sure meron silang cybersecurity, hindi yan pupunta ng mga spam, all these things. Marami regulation dito, not just I just only mentioned few, but there's a lot of things need to do.
Okay, to Sir Aguda. Sir, yung 15 years na sinasabi niyo, that will be part of the IRR ba? Ang ibig mong sabihin?
No, hindi na
It's not-
kailangan.
it's not.
Iwalay po yan sa
Iwalay.
department order lang yan.
So,
Oo.
already issued the
Hindi pa. This week will finalize.
Okay.
Tapos, kailangan lang kami dumaan ng final consultation with the tower companies. Pero nakausap ko po yung mga tower companies, gusto nila yan. So sabi nila, they're organizing now as an industry group. And as soon as they're organized, baka yan yung una naming i-discuss na event ba nila na they can now be, kasi ang kasama dyan, ang hiningi ko extend namin pero bilisan nyo naman pag-construct ng mga tower. So yun yung kasama doon.
Okay, so this will appease them yung cost of,
Oo. Isipin mo, sino naman mag-i-invest sa inyo kung halimbawa, hihingi ka ng investment para gumawa ka halimbawa ng bahay, tapos pwede mong gamitin yung bahay 5 years lang. Medyo, mahirap.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Otho Campos from Nueva Standard. Sir Dennis, can you give us an update dun sa connections na internet connections via Starlink, and are you also eyeing similar agreements with other service providers?
Yeah, I think right now we're providing backbone for them nationwide. Imagine we welcome, because the satellite operation is coexist with fiber, especially in disaster time. Satellite just pull it out and right away yung connection, right? But the quality you cannot compare with fiber. Fiber is still the best. Even expensive a bit, but better than nothing in terms of disaster, right? So if you have government prepare our disaster to put this mounted with the vehicle, in once the disaster strike us, right away we have the communication. How many lives we can save? So that's so important, no? So rollout, I think the price is still pricey. So if any consumer in the urban area, I don't think they will get this happen, except they have a mission critical to able have redundancy usage. That's only I can see the market is. But we have collaborated with them in terms of enterprise for redundancy. A lot of regional offices, Hulu, so far we don't have a connection. Even Batanes, we need to provide some multi-branches connectivity. Without the fiber, we give them a satellite for a combination of services.
So may similar agreements kayo with our
Yes, yes. I think we focus on more enterprise. I don't have consumer.
enterprise?
More in enterprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alin? Alam niyo na, di ba marami kayong nagiging problema sa scams, financial scams. Yung biglang makaka-receive kayo ng text, tapos may link. Unang-una, huwag kayo mag-click-click pagka may link. Tapos narinig niyo na yung mga INSI catcher. So ito po yung mga ginagawa namin sa DICT ngayon. And thank you to Boss Dennis. We will sign another agreement on protecting the public from financial scams. Marami pong mga website dyan na nagpre-pretend na legit pero hindi legit. Ngayon naman, sa DICT, talaga tanggal kami ng tanggal. So reaction time naman namin, mabilis. Pero magaling yung yung technical team ng Converge. Nakipag-meet na po kami sa kanila. We will implement more advanced mechanism para proactive na yung mga site blocking at saka yung mga filtering. So, iyan po yung pag-uusapan namin ngayon para sana, bago matapos ang taon wipe out na yung mga scammers. Oo.
Imagine
Before, so many child pornography sites, right? So ngayon, nakita nyo, talagang totally more than 20 plus thousand sites ng pinatay ng network namin. Because we participate with the UN
Internet Watch.
Internet Watch Foundation. There is a private organization to monitor all these things. So if you want to do it with the government, with private sector, we can combat all these illegal things for our country. We just be proactive and be alert and teach. Sabi ko nga kay Yesek, we need to go back to education for primary pa lang information. You not 100%, but student can be educated. Parang pop-up na lang bibigyan ng konting attraction kiklik na nila. So yung mga unnecessary, we can avoid all these things. This proper education also.
So, because the Honorable Secretary is here and Sir Dennis is here, we are taking advantage of this opportunity. As you know po, online safety is a strong advocacy of Converge. This is something that we have been pushing for many years. Because we have almost 2.7 million subscribers, we really aim to protect each and every one of them and their families from not only from the outside but now also against online scams. So, dahil pinaghandaan natin itong signing na to, we have a ceremonial light up of the boxes. Yeah.
15 years pa rin.
Yan, hawakan nyo lang. Okay. Hindi natin ito nag-read. Ayan. Okay, alam natin mangyayari ito today. Alright. Fuck you. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's light it up. Yay! Yay! Okay, picture. Okay. And thank you so much, Secretary, for joining us.